Hello, and welcome to Oil for the Journey. We are following along with the Bridges for Peace, Ignite the Truth Bible reading plan. My name is Tony Turner, and I'll be your journey reader for today. The reading from today is from Proverbs, the book of Proverbs, chapters 1 through 3. I'll be reading from the Supernatural version of the Bible. I have to say, the Proverbs is one of my favorite books in the Bible. Of course, I do say that about a lot of the books that I read. But I especially like Proverbs because of the profound effect it's had on me personally in my walk with God. It has definitely an effect on my conscience. It's got an effect on my attitudes and my behavior, especially in my interaction with others, which is so important because we're not on this planet by ourselves. I can't say I'm perfect by a long shot, but the book of Proverbs is right up there at the top. One of the things that I like about it, basically, it's a collection of wise old sayings, instructions from godly men, uh, and it's full of snappy one-liners, which I love. Um, they're easy to remember if you read them over and over again. And there's a saying that says that experience is the best teacher. Sometimes the best teacher is someone else's experience, especially when it's not been a real pleasant one. But let's take a look. Let's take a listen, rather, at the instructions, the important instructions given in the book of Proverbs. What you will hear is a comparison between the rewards of following God's instructions and also the consequences of disregarding wisdom. So, Proverbs chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding will obtain wise counsel. To understand the proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instructions of your father, and do not forsake the teaching of your mother, for they will be a garland of grace in your head and chains in your underneath. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood, let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those who go down into the pit. We will find all kinds of precious possessions. We will fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way of them, but keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. They lie in wait for their own blood. They lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who is greedy for gain, which takes away the life of his enemies. Wisdom cries aloud in the streets. She utters her voice in the markets. She cries at the corners of the streets, in the openings of the gates. She speaks her words in the city, saying, how long will you simple ones? How long will you love simplicity? For the scorners delight in their scorn, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my reproof. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you because I have called you, and you because I have called you and you have refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Because you neglected my counsel and would have none of my reproof, and I will laugh at your I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when fear comes. When your fear comes as desolation and your destruction comes as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me early, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They will have none of my counsel and despise all of my reproof. Therefore they will eat of the fruit of their own work and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the prosperity of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will dwell safely and will be secure from fear of evil. Chapter 2. My son, if you will receive my words and hide my commandments within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for knowledge and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. Out of his mouth from knowledge and understanding. He lays up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He keeps the paths of justice and preserves the way of his holy ones. Then you will understand righteousness and judgment and equity and every good thing. When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of the evil man, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and who are devious in their paths, to deliver you from the immoral woman, even from the seductress, who flatters with her words, who forsakes the God of her youth, and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the departed spirits. None who go to her return, nor do they take hold of the paths of life. So you may walk in the ways of good men, and keep the paths of righteous, for the upright will dwell in the land, and the innocent will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and transgressors will be rooted out of it. Chapter 5. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace will it add to you. Do not let mercy and truth forsake them. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. So you will find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It will be health to your body and strength to your bones. Honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruits of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your presses will burst out of new wine. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loves, he corrects even as a father, the son whom he loves. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gets understanding. For her benefit is more profitable than silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire are not to be named. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy is everyone who retains her. The Lord, by wisdom, has founded the earth. By understanding, he has established the heavens. By his knowledge, the depths are broken, and clouds drop down on the dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul and grace to your neck. Then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor of trouble from the wicked when it comes, for the Lord will be your confidence, and will keep your faith from being troubled. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give it, when you need it with me. Do not devise evil against your neighbors, conceal that he dwells securely by you. Do not strive against a man like these, if it is done in your hand. Do not envy the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, for the perverse is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret counsel is with the righteous. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the habitation of the just. Surely he scorns the scornful, but he gives favor to the humble. The wise will inherit the land, but the shame will be the legacy of fools. I feel like praying right now. Father, these words, they give us such wonderful promises, but at the same time, they warn us of trying to do things in our own strength and our own thinking. I just ask that by your Spirit, that you will draw us closer to you, draw us into a place where we will learn to be in love with your will, to be in love with your will, so that we will prosper just as you plan for us. In your in Jesus' name. Amen.